हेलो, प्रणाम, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल। मैं साक्षी किलावत back again with PT 365. We were discussing issues related to the constitution. Now we will see the topic, that is anti-conversion laws. Anti-conversion laws was in news because Karnataka Legislative Assembly passed the Karnataka Right to Freedom of Religion Bill in 2021, which is commonly referred as Anti-Conversion Bill. Karnataka Legislative Assembly में Karnataka Right to Freedom of Religion Bill as well as Anti-Conversion Bill पास हुआ है, इसलिए Anti-Conversion laws are in news. और there are few states, at least 9 states, जिसमें legislation on unlawful conversions are in force. List out the states: Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. We'll move to the history of anti-conversion laws in India. In the pre-independence era, these were introduced by Hindu princely states during 1930s and 1940s to preserve their religious identity from the influence of Christian missionaries. That was the time of British era, or British era, that means Christian missionaries were there, Christian religion was there, and to preserve their religious identity, Hindu princely state ने अपनी religious identity को preserve करने से from the influence of Christian missionaries, those laws को, anti conversion laws को introduce किया था. उसके कुछ examples हैं: रायगढ़ State Conversion Act 1936, the Patna Freedom of Religion Act of 1942, the Udaipur State Anti-Conversion Act 1946, and etc. We'll see the failed attempts at national level. 1954 में Indian Conversion Regulation and Registration Bill introduce हुआ था. 1960 में Backward Communities Religious Protection Bill introduce हुआ था, और 1979 में Freedom of Religion Bill introduce हुआ था. But they failed just because there was lack of parliamentary support. Parliament में enough support नहीं मिला था to make those bill to convert those bill into the act. We'll see the current stand of the government on it. In 2015, Law Ministry said that the matter is purely a state subject, and legislating such a law by Parliament would not be in accordance with the tenets of the Constitution. Law Ministry कहती है कि conversion laws या फिर anti conversion ये एक प्योरली स्टेट सब्जेक्ट है, जिसपे पार्लियामेंट अगर लेजिस्लेशन करती है या लॉ बनाती है तो वो टेनेट्स ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन यानी कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के प्रिंसिपल के अकॉर्डिंग नहीं होगा. Which this means anti-conversion laws are completely in the domain of the states. We'll see important court verdicts on anti-conversion laws. The first one is Reverend Stainislaus versus State of Madhya Pradesh and Orissa 1977. In this case, Reverend Stainislaus of Raipur challenged the MP Dharma Swatantra Act by refusing to register conversions. The Madhya Pradesh High Court upheld the act by stating that the freedom of religion must be guaranteed to all, even those who are subject to conversions by force, fraud, or allurement. When the Orissa Freedom of Religion Act was challenged in the Orissa High Court, the decision went in the opposite direction on grounds that the definition of inducement was too broad and that only the Parliament had the power to enact such legislation, and the state legislature did not have the power to legislate on this matter. The Supreme Court of India heard both these cases together and ruled in favor of both the act. In this case, court upheld the constitutionality of earliest anti-conversion statutes in MP and Orissa. It's ruled the freedom to propagate one's religion as stipulated under Article 25 of 1, which did not grant a fundamental right to convert another person. Freedom of propagate आपके पास है, which did not grant a fundamental right कि आप किसी person को convert करो. This bench ruled that a purposive conversion would impinge on the freedom of conscience guaranteed to all the citizens. It also held that the anti-conversion acts fall within the purview of entry 1 of list 2 of the 7th schedule. We'll see the list 2 of 7th schedule is there are 3 type of list in the 7th schedule. That is, first one is union list, second one is state list, and the third is concurrent list. In the schedule, it defines and specifies allocation of powers and functions between unions and state. Union or state के powers and function को define और specific allocation दिया है in this 7th schedule. Now, this anti-conversion act falls within the purview of entry 1 of list 2. List 2 यानी कि state list, as they are meant to avoid disturbances to the public order by prohibiting conversion from one religion to another in a manner reprehensible to the conscience of the community. The next case is Sarla Mudgal case 1995. In this case, the practice of changing religion for the purpose of marrying another person without getting divorced from first wife was held to be an offense. Agar a man wants to marry another wife but he doesn't want to divorce the first one, वो अपना conversion करता है, second conversion करता है किसी और religion में, so that उसे फर्स्ट वाइफ को भी डिवोर्स ना देना पड़े और उसकी सेकंड शादी भी हो जाए. बट इसी को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सुप्रीम कोर्ट invalidated this and Supreme Court held that the conversion to Islam was not valid if done only in order to be able to practice polygamy. अगर multiple marriages करने के लिए तुम conversion कर रहे हो तो वो valid नहीं है. Lata Singh versus State of UP. In this case, court highlighted the need for stringent punishment over acts of violence or threats in case of intercaste and interfaith marriage. Intercaste and interfaith marriages कि केसेस में अगर वायलेंस या थ्रेट्स के एक्ट्स दिखते हैं तो इन एक्ट्स के ऊपर स्ट्रिंजेंट पनिशमेंट होनी जरूरी है, ये कोर्ट ने हाईलाइट किया. द अनदर केस इज M. Chandra versus M. Thangamuthu and another 2010. In this case, Supreme Court laid down the test to prove conversion. The first, there has to be a conversion, and second, acceptance into the community to which the person converted. ये केस में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने टेस्ट दिया है कन्वर्जन को प्रूव करने का. फर्स्ट में है, फर्स्ट उसको कन्वर्जन हुआ है ये प्रूव करना है, और सेकंड जिस कम्युनिटी में वो पर्सन कन्वर्ट कर रहा है वो कम्युनिटी एक्सेप्ट करती है ये कन्वर्जन को, ये शो करना है. सो दिस इज ऑल फॉर द डे. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Study more, stay safe, stay healthy, drink more water. Happy summer.